Today, we would be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today, we would be learning number base together. Are you ready? Ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today, we would be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready?
Alright, so in this video we are going to be looking at number base. Now number base are just ways we can write number. So we can have base 2, we can have base 3, base 4, base 10, base 16. The list goes on and on. Now the most important base is base 10. Now another name for base 10 is what we call the natural base. Now this is the base we count in, we do math in. In fact, when you were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in nursery school, you were actually working in base 10. Another name for base 10 is the decimal, or we can have ternary. All of them means base 10. Now there are two more important bases. We have base 2 and then we have base 16. Now another name for base 2 is binary. Another name for base 16 is hexadecimal. Hexadecimal. Now there's something I need to show you. Now for example, if I have this number 1101, if I want to write that this number is in base 2, I write 2 as a subscript. So it shows that 1101 is in base 2. Look at this. If I want to write 3144 in base 6, I'll write 6 as a subscript. If I want to write 2345 in base 10, I'll write 10 as a subscript. Now look at this. You need to note that if I write 3189 and I don't put any subscript, it means that this number is in base 10. So I could actually write base 10, but if I just write 3189, it also means it's in base 10. The other thing you need to know is that if I have, for example, 1101 in base 2, for this number to be in base 2, each of the individual digits must be less than 2. So 1 is less than 2, 1 is less than 2, 0 is less than 2, 1 is less than 2. Now this number can be a base 2 number. Now look at this, 3214. I can ask you, can this number be a base 3 number? Now see, 3 is not less than 3, so this number cannot be a base 3 number. Now look at this now, 4189. So the question is, can this number be a base 10 number? Now let's check it out. 4 is less than 10, 1 is less than 10, 8 is less than 10, 9 is less than 10. So yes, this number can be a base 10 number. Let me give you two more examples. So if I have 1012 in base 3, so the question is, can this number be a base 3 number? 1 is less than 3, 0 is less than 3, 1 is less than 3, 2 is less than 3. So yes, this number can be a base 3 number. And lastly, let's look at this, 4013 in base 4. Can this number be a base 4 number? Now look at it, 4 is not less than 4, so this number cannot be a base 4 number. So basically we've learned that base 10 is known as the natural base, base 2 is known as binary, base 16 is known as the hexadecimal, and then we always write bases as the subscript after the number we've written. And lastly, for a number to be correct in a base, the individual digit must be less than the base. Now, so I've got a quiz for you. So what I need you to do in this quiz is to tell me which of the numbers is correct in the specific base and which is not. Alright, so in the last video, we learned about conversion from base 10 to other bases. In this video, we are going to be learning how to convert from other bases to base 10. Now, remember I told you that base 10 is known as the natural base. And so I told you to think about it like a big skyscraper. So this is base 10. And then we've got other bases that are small bungalows. So we've got small bungalows. So I told you that if you want to convert from base 10 to other bases, it's like a demotion. So what do? You divide. And then if you want to convert from other bases to base 10, it's like a promotion. So you multiply. Now let's take an example. Convert 101 in base 2 to base 10. So 101 in base 2 to base 10. So we are moving up like a promotion, so we multiply. Now watch. We are going to be multiplying each of the digits with the base. So we have 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 2. Now, after multiplying each of the digits with the base, we rank the base. So we rank it. So we have 0, 1, 2. So let's solve this. All right. So when you have 2 raised to power 2, it's like 2 times 2. If I have 2 raised to power 3, I have 2 times 2 times 2. If I have 2 raised to power 4, I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, anytime I have 2 raised to power 1, it's just like 2. And anytime I have 2 raised to power 0, it's 1. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. So if I have 5 raised to power 0, 1. 8 raised to power 0, 1. 500 raised to power 0, 1. I hope you get the drift. All right, so let's solve this. So we've got 1 times 2 raised to power 2, that is 2 times 2, 4, plus 0 times 2 raised to power 1 is 2, plus 1 times anything raised to power 0 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 0 times 2 is 0. Anything times 0 is 0. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. You can see there are two different things. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0, but anything raised to power 0 is 1. All right, let's continue. Plus 1 times 1 is 1. So we have 4 plus 0, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. So this is 5. Did you get that? Let's take another example. So we've got convert 1101 in base 2 to base 10. Now we are converting from base 2 to base 10, which is like a promotion. So I multiply each of the digits by the base. So I have 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 2. Then I rank the base, not the numbers, not the digits, the base. 0, 1, 2, 3. Now let's go. This 1 times 2 raised to power 2 is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 1 times 2 raised to power 2 is 2 times 2, 4. Plus 0 times 2 raised to power 1 is 2. Plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. So I have 1. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 4 is 4. 0 times 2 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. So let's add this up. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 0 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. So I have 13. I have 2 more examples before we go to a quiz. Alright, if I ask you to convert 212 in base 3 to base 10. Now remember, you are converting from another base to the natural base, which is a promotion. So you multiply. Multiply each digit by the base. So we have 2 times 3 plus 1 times 3 plus 2 times 3. Then after you multiply, don't forget to rank, and you rank the base 0, 1, 2. Now let's do this. We have 2 times 3 raised to power 2 is 3 times 3. Can you see? You multiply 3 by itself twice. 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 1 times 3 raised to power 1 is just 3. Plus 2 times anything raised to power 0 is 1. So 3 raised to the power of 0 is 1. 2 times 9 is 18. Plus 1 times 3 is 3. Plus 2 times 1 is 2. 18 plus 3 is 21. 21 plus 2 is 23. So my answer is 23. So I'm going to solve the last question here. I have convert 11011 in base 2 to base 10. I'm converting from another base to the natural base. So it's a promotion. You multiply. So we do 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2. Now after multiplying, we rank 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1 times 2 raised to power 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 1 times 2 raised to power 3 is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 0 times 2 raised to power 2 is 2 times 2, 4. Plus 1 times 2 raised to power 1 is 2. Plus 1 times anything raised to power 0 is 1. So 1 times 16 is 16. 1 times 8 is 8. 0 times 4 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 plus 0 is 24. 24 plus 2 is 26. 26 plus 1 is 27. 27. So this is 27 in base 10. And remember, if we don't put any subscripts, it's as good as base 10. I hope you understood everything I've taught. I'm going to give you a little quiz just to be sure.
Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we will be learning number base together. Are you ready? Alright, in previous videos we've looked at how to convert from base 10 to other bases and how to convert from other bases to base 10. So we've learned how to convert from base 10 to other bases and how to convert from other bases to base 10. In this video, we are going to learn how to convert from other bases to other bases. Now remember, I told you that base 10 is known as the natural base, and I say you should imagine it to be a skyscraper. And then other bases, you imagine them to be a small bungalow. Now remember, we said if you want to convert from other bases to base 10, it's like a promotion, so you multiply. If you want to convert from base 10 to other bases, it's like a demotion, so you divide. Now the question is, how do we convert from other bases to other bases? Say you want to convert from base 2 to base 5. Now this is what you are going to do. To be able to move from this bungalow to this bungalow, you have to first and foremost go and greet the people in base 10. Ask for permission. So to convert from base 2 to base 5, you have to first of all convert to base 10 before converting to base 5. So you multiply first, convert to base 10, then you divide to convert to base 5. I hope you got that. Now let's take an example. Now for example, if I'm told to convert 101 in base 2 to base 5. Now convert in base 2 to base 5. Now the first thing I need to do is to convert to base 10. Now if I'm converting from base 2 to the natural base, it's like a promotion. That means I multiply. So I'll be having 101 in base 2 equals to 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 2. Now don't forget to rank. So we have 0, 1, 2. So we have 1 times 2 raised to power 2 is 2 times 2, so 4, plus 0 times 2 raised to power 1 is 2, plus 2 raised to power 0. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. So we have 1 times 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 0 times 2 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. So I have 5. And this is in base 10. So I have 5 in base 10. But I was told to convert to base 5. Now if I'm converting from the natural base to another base, it's like a demotion. So I divide. I'm told to convert to base 5, so I divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, remainder 0. 5 divided by 1, so I have 0, remainder 1. And remember, bottom to top. So my answer is 1, 0 in base 5. This is my answer. Did you get this? Let's take another example. So I'll do another example below. Let's see. All right, let me see if I can do it here. So I'm told to convert 32 in base 5 to base 2. Now remember, I have to convert to base 10 first before converting to base 2. And when you are converting from base 5 to the natural base, it's a promotion, so you multiply. So 32 in base 5 is the same thing as 3 times 5 plus 2 times 5. Don't forget to rank 0, 1. 3 times 5 raised to power 1 is 5 plus 2 times anything raised to power 0 is 1. 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 17 in base 10. But remember, we're told to convert to base 2. So we are going from the natural base to another base, which is a demotion. So we divide. Now, so let's go. We are converting to base 2, so we divide by 2. 2 in 17 is 8, remainder 1. 2 in 8 is 4, remainder 0. 2 in 4 is 2, remainder 0. 2 in 2 is 1, remainder 0. 2 in 1 is 0, remainder 1. Bottom up. So we have 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 in base 2. All right, one more example before I give you a quiz. So in this example, I'm told to convert 120 in base 3 to base 2. To base 2. Now remember that to convert from another base to another base, I have to further convert to base 10. Now if I'm told to convert from base 3 to base 10, that's like a promotion, so I multiply. So let's do this. 120 in base 3 will give me 1 times 3 plus 2 times 3 plus 0 times 3. Now the next thing I'm to do is to rank. So I write 0, 1, 2. So this equals to 1 times 3 raised to power 2 is 3 times 3. So that's 9 plus 2 times anything raised to power 1 is that thing. So 3 raised to power 1 is 3 plus 0 times 3 raised to power 0 is 1 because anything raised to power 0 is 1. So I have 1 times 9, 9 plus 2 times 3, 6 plus 0 times 1, 0. So 9 plus 6 is what? 15. So I have 15 in base 10. Now I have to convert 15 in base 10 to base 2. Now that is like a demotion, so I divide. So I've got 15 2. 2 in 15 is 7 remainder 1. 2 in 7 is 3 remainder 1. 2 in 3 is 1 remainder 1. 2 in 1 is 0 remainder 1. Bottom up. So I've got 1, 1, 1, 1 in base 2. I hope you understand this. If you do understand it, let's take a quiz. Alright, so in the last video, I told you that we have so many number bases. We can have base 2, we can have base 3, we can have base 4, we can have base 5, 10. The list is endless. And then I told you that base 10 is known as the natural base. Now I'm going to give you this illustration so that you can understand conversion from one base to the other. Now base 10 is known as the natural base. So look at base 10 as this big skyscraper. It's like 15-story building. So now this is base 10. Now every other base is a small bungalow. So we can have a small bungalow to the left and to the right. Now base 10, because it's the natural base, I want you to imagine it as a big skyscraper, and every other bases are small bungalows. Now I can have base 2 here, small bungalow. I can have base 16 here, which also is small bungalow. Now if you are asked to convert from another base, whatsoever it is, base 2, base 3, base 4, another base to base 10, now it's like a promotion. This guy was living in a small bungalow before, now he's being told to live in a big skyscraper, so you multiply. Now if you are told to convert from base 10 to another base, the guy was living in a big skyscraper before, now he was told to live in a small bungalow, so that's like a demotion, so you divide. Now let's go at it again. If you are told to convert from another base to base 10, you multiply. If you are told to convert from base 10 to other bases, you divide. Now take for example, if I'm told to convert say 42 in base 10, remember I said if I don't put any subscript, it's as good as base 10. Now I was told to convert 42 to base 2. Now you are converting from base 10 to another base, so it's like a demotion, so you divide. Now look at what I'm going to do. So we are going to divide. So we have 42, and then we divide by base 2. So let's go. 2 in 4 is 2. 2 in 2 is 1. Remainder 0, because there's no remainder. Now let's go. 2 in 2 is 1. 2 in 1 is 0. Remainder 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Remainder 0. 5 divided by 2 is 2. Remainder 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Remainder 0. And 2 divided by 1 is 0. Remainder 1. Now you stop when you have 0 on this side. So now after dividing, what you are going to do is to get the answer, you move from bottom to top. So you are moving from bottom to top. So 42 in base 10 is actually 10 10 10 in base 2. Now you see we've converted 42 in base 10 to base 2. 10 10 10 in base 2.
Now, can you do this for me? Convert 35 to base 3. Now remember, you are converting from base 10 to base 3. Base 10 is the natural base, so it's like a demotion. So you divide 35. You are converting to base 3, so you divide by 3. Now 3 in 3 is 1. 3 in 5 is 1. Remainder 2. 11 divided by 3 is 3. Remainder 2. Then 3 divided by 3 is 1. Remainder 0. Remember, I said until you get to 0 before you stop. So 3 divided by 1 is 0. Remainder 1. So you move from bottom to top. So your answer is 1022 in base 3. Now one more example before I give you a quiz. Convert 23 to base 2. Convert 23 to base 2. Now 23 is in base 10, natural. Converting to base 2 is like a demotion. So let's do this. So we have 23. We are converting to base 2, so we divide by 2. 23 divided by 2. 2 in 2 is 1. 2 in 3 is what? 1. Remainder 1. 2 in 11 is 5. Remainder 1. 2 in 5 is 2. Remainder 1. 2 in 2 is 1. Remainder 0. And then 2 in 1 is 0. Remainder 1. Now remember, from bottom to top, so your answer is 10111 in base 2. So 23 is basically 10111 in base 2. Now remember, if you are converting from base 10 to another base, you divide, because it's like a demotion, and you divide by the base you are converting into. So I'd like you to take this quiz.
Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform. in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today, we would be learning number base together. Are you ready? Alright, in this video, we are going to be looking at addition of binary numbers. And remember, I told you that binary numbers are known as base 2 numbers. So binary numbers are known as base 2 numbers. And this promises to be very simple because you've been doing addition since primary school. Now let's take an example. If I have 101 in base 2 plus 10 in base 2. Now this is super simple. 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus, there's an invisible 0 here, is 1. So I have 111 in base 2. Don't forget to always put the base. Now let's take another example. If I have 110 in base 2 plus 10 in base 2. Now let's do this. 0 plus 0 will give you 0. Now 1 plus 1 will give you 2. But I can't write 2 because remember in the first video I told you that if a number is in base 2, for that number to be correct, each of the individual digits must be less than 2. So if I write 2 here, that number cannot be correct in base 2. So what do I do? 1 plus 1 is 2. I write it here. But I'm working in base 2, so I divide by 2. 2 into 2 is 1, remainder 0. Now look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to write the remainder and then I carry the quotient. So I write 0 and then I carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. I do the same thing. 2 divided by 2, that's 1, remainder 0. So I write the remainder and then I carry the quotient. There is nothing here again, so I put 1. So this is my answer. I hope you got it right. Now let's take another question. If I have 111 in base 2 plus 11 in base 2. Now let's do this. 1 plus 1 is 2. I can't write 2 because I'm working in base 2. So I divide. This 1, remainder 0. I write the remainder, carry the quotient. So I have 0, carry 1. So I have 1 plus 1, 2, plus 1, 3. I can't write 3 because it's greater than 2. I divide. 3, 2, because I'm working in base 2. 2 in 3 is 1, remainder 1. So I write the remainder 1. I carry the quotient 1. So I have 1 plus 1, 2. I divide. 1, remainder 0. I write 0. There is nothing here again, so I write 1 in base 2. Do you understand? Now let's do a third example. If I have 1 in base 2 plus 101 in base 2 plus 111 in base 2. Now let's go. So I'm going to write the one that have more digits first to make it easier. So I have 101 in base 2, 111 in base 2, 11 in base 2. Now 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3. Remember I can't write 3. So I divide. 2 in 3 is 1, remainder 1. I write 1, I carry 1. 1 plus 1, 2, plus 1, 3. I can't write 3, I divide. I have 1, remainder 1. 1, remainder 1. 1 plus 1, 2, plus 1, 3. I can't write 3, I divide. I have 1. There is nothing here, so I write 1 in base 2. Alright, let's take 2 more examples and then I'm going to give you a quiz. So let's do 11011 in base 2 plus 111 in base 2. 1 plus 1, 2. I can't write 2. I divide. So give me 1, remainder 0. So I write the remainder, carry 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. I can't write 3, so I have to divide. 1, remainder 1. So I write 1, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. I can't write 2. I divide. 1, remainder 0. So I write 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. I can't write 2. I divide. 1 remainder 0, I write 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. I can't write 2, I divide. 1 remainder 0, so I write 0. There is nowhere to put the 1, so I write 1 in base 2. Now let's take this last example, and then I would give you a quiz. Now I have 1, 1, 1, 1 in base 2 plus 1, 1, 1 in base 2 plus 1, 1, 1 in base 2. Now let's do this. 1, 1, 1, 1 in base 2, 1, 1, 1 in base 2, 1, 1, 1 in base 2. Now let's go. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. I can't write 3, I divide by 2, so I have 1 remainder 1. So I write 1 and carry 1. Now watch this. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. I can't write 4. I divide. 2 in 4 is 2 remainder 0. Now remember, I write the remainder 0. I carry the quotient 2. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. I can't write 5, so I divide. 2 in 5 is 2 remainder 1. So I write 1, and then I carry 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. I can't write 3, so I divide. I've divided it here before. 1 remainder 1, so I write 1. There is nothing here, so I put the 1 here. So this is the answer. 1, 1, 1, 0, 1 in base 2. Now I hope you understood everything I've taught you. Now I've got a quiz for you. Alright, in this video we are going to be looking at addition in other bases. Now let's go with an example. Now if I'm told to do 21 in base 3 plus 20 in base 3. Now 1 plus 0 is 1, 2 plus 2 is 4, but I can't write 4 here because it's bigger than 3, so I have to divide. Now remember, I divide by the base, so 3. 3 in 4 is 1 remainder 1. It means I write 1. There is no other digit up, so I put the 1 here. Do you understand this? Let's do another example. So I have 313 in base 4 plus 212 in base 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. I can't write 5 because it's bigger than 4. So what do? I divide 5 by 4. 4 in 5 is 1 remainder 1. So I write the remainder 1. I carry 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. I can write 3 because it's smaller than 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. I can write 5. I divide, which I've done here. 1 remainder 1. I write 1. There is no digit up, so I put the 1 here. And don't forget to write the base 4. You see that it's as simple as base 2. All you need to do is to remember that you write only digits that are less than the base. Let's take a few more examples. So if I have, let's say, 2121 in base 3 plus 212 in base 3 plus 121 in base 3. Now let's do this. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. I can't write 4 because I'm working in base 3. So I divide 4 by 3. 3 in 4 is 1 remainder 1. So what do I write? I write 1 and then I carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. I can't write 6 because it's bigger than 3. So I divide by 3. 3 in 6 is 2 remainder 0. I write the remainder. I carry 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. I divide, which I've done here. So I write 0. I carry 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So I have to divide it. 3 and 4 is 1 remainder 1. So I write 1. There's no longer any digit up, so I put the remaining 1 here in base 3. Isn't this simple? Let's do one more example, and then I give you an exercise. All right, so I have, let's say, 5134 in base 6 plus 315 in base 6. 4 plus 5 is 9. I can't write 9 because it's bigger than 6. So I divide. 6 in 9 is 1 remainder 3. I write the remainder 3. I carry 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. I can write 5 because it's less than 6. 1 plus 3 is 4. I can write 4 because it's less than 6. 5 plus 0 is 5. I can write 5 because it's less than 6. So this is my answer. I hope you understand everything. And if you do, let's take an exercise. Alright, so in this video we are going to be looking at subtraction in number base, and specifically subtraction of binary numbers. So I think the best way to explain this topic is to take example. So let's delve into example. Example 1. So if I have example 1, 111 in base 2 minus 100 in base 2. Now let's do this. 111 base 2 minus 100 base 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. But because it's at the front, there is no point writing it. So I have 1 in base 2 as the answer. Now let's take another example. So number 2, if I have 11101 in base 2 minus 1100 in base 2. Now let's do this. 11101 base 2 minus 1100 base 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus, there's an invisible 0 here, is 1. So I'm left with 10001 in base 2. I think this is pretty easy. Let's take it a step higher. So let's do example 3. So I've got 110 in base 2 minus 11 in base 2. Now you need to listen attentively to this. 110 base 2 minus 11 base 2. Now 0 minus 1 is impossible. So I come here and borrow 1. If I borrow 1 from 1, I'm left with 0 here. When it comes to this, it becomes 2 because I'm working in base 2. If I'm working in base 3, it becomes 3. If I'm working in base 4, it becomes 4. But because I'm working in base 2, it becomes 2. So I say 2 plus 0, that's 2, minus 1 is 1. Should I take that again? 0 minus 1 is impossible. I come here and borrow 1 from here. I'm left with 0. When it comes here, it becomes 2 because I'm working in base 2. Now I'm going to say 2 plus 0, that's 2, minus 1, that is 1. Now let's go here. 0 minus 1 is impossible. I borrow 1 from here, it becomes 0. When it comes here, it becomes 2. Now I do the same thing. 2 plus 0, 2, minus 1 is 1. Then I have 0 here, which I don't need to write. So the answer is 1 in base 2. I hope you understood this. Let's take another example for emphasis sake. Number 4. I've got 1101 in base 2 minus 111 in base 2. Now let's do this together. 1101 in base 2 minus 111 in base 2. Let's go. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus 1 is impossible, so I borrow 1 from here. When I borrow 1 from here, it becomes 0. When it comes here, it becomes what? 2, because I'm working in base 2. So I do 2 plus 0 is 2, minus 1 is 1. 0 minus 1 is impossible. I borrow 1 from here, it becomes 0. When it comes here, it becomes 2. I say 2 plus 0, 2, minus 1 is what? 1. So my answer is 110 in base 2. Do you understand this? Let's take some more examples so that you get this perfectly. So let's have number 5. We have 1100 in base 2 minus 11 in base 2. Now this should be pretty simple. So let's try this. 1100 in base 2 minus 11 in base 2. 0 minus 1 is impossible. I come here, I still have 0. So I come here. So I borrow 1 from here. This becomes what? 0. When it comes here, it becomes 2. But remember, I'm coming here. So I borrow 1 from here. This one becomes 1. When it comes here, it becomes 2. 2 plus 0 is 2. Minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is what? 0. 0 minus 0 is what? 0. 1 minus 0 is what? 1. So I have 1001 in base 2. Is that clear? Let's take number 6 example. So if I have 1000 in base 2 minus 111 in base 2. Now let's do this. Base 2 minus 111 in base 2. 0 minus 1 is impossible. I come here, I have 0. I come here, I have 0. So I borrow 1 from here. This becomes 0. When it comes here, it becomes 2. But I'm still going to this place. So I borrow 1 from here. It becomes 1. It comes here, it becomes 2. But I'm still going here. I borrow 1 again. This becomes 1. When it comes here, it becomes 2. Do you understand that? So 2 minus 1 is what? 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. And then I've got 0 if I would love to put it. So I have 0001 in base 2, which is the same thing as 1 in base 2. Let's take a final example before we take the quiz. Number 7. I have 11001 in base 2 minus 1110 in base 2. Now let's do this. So we've got 11001 base 2 minus 1110 base 2. Let's go. 1 minus 0 is 1. 0 minus 1 is impossible. I come here to borrow. There's nothing to get. I come here to borrow. This becomes 0. When it comes here, it becomes 2. But I'm coming here, so I borrow 1 from here. This becomes 1. When it comes here, it becomes 2. So I have 2 minus 1, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. 0 minus 1, impossible. So I borrow 1 from here. This becomes 0. When it comes here, it becomes 2. So I have 2 minus 1, 1. The other one is irrelevant because it's 0. So my answer is 1011 in base 2. I hope you understand this. If you do understand this, let's take some exercise. Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we would be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we would be learning number base together. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to the Deeper Life e-learning platform in conjunction with Club 20Z Learning Center. My name is Dayo Muyo. Today we would be learning number base together. Are you ready?